Oh my God. All right. So I don't know what we're going to do. I'm buying time. Josh is making a clip that I'm going to play for you. Josh, who runs TYT Investigates. So that is Cassidy Hutchinson, who was a assistant to or an aide to Mark Meadows, the chief of staff, basically saying the most dramatic bombshell evidence we have heard. Maybe one of the top two moments of the 6 hearings we've had so far. Things that are proven beyond the shadow of the doubt, which is they called this because they had this evidence. They wanted her to show up, deliver it. What we got is some stuff that I'm going to take you through right now. I'm going to take you and play this first clip that I want to I want you to watch.
He's got blue jeans and a blue jean jacket, and underneath the blue jean jacket, the complainants both saw stock with AR-15. Skinny white males, brown cowboy boots. They had Glock-style pistols in their waistband.
8736 with the message that subject, weapon on his right hip. Copy that, he's in the tree.
Motor 1, make sure PPD knows they have an elevated threat.
Where I remember Tony mentioning knives, guns in the form of pistols and rifles, bear spray, body armor, spears, and flagpoles. Spears were one item, flagpoles were one item, and then Tony had relayed to me something to the effect of, and these effing people are fastening spears onto the ends of flagpoles.
That is bombshell evidence from Cassidy Hutchinson indicating that there were armed people at the Capitol. This is something that Jamie Raskin hinted at in a meeting with Marjorie Taylor Greene. You can watch the full interaction at TYT Investigates, youtube.com/TYT Investigates Reports, or facebook.com/TYT Investigates. But all the people who were defending this as nothing more than some kind of tour group, it has been proven wrong. There were people going through metal detectors at the arena, as they're calling it, the area where Trump was giving his speech. And some of them went through, and it was revealed that they had AR-15, spears, pistols. These are 3 wildly different things. I bring you back to the AR-15s. We have audio from the Capitol Police indicating people in the crowd under the "Don't Tread on Me" sign. There's a guy with a giant rifle. He's going to shoot someone in the face, essentially. And not only that, but today's hearing connects the dots between that, Trump knowing the people were armed, and the most important thing of all, that Trump was saying, I want to go down to the Capitol and I want these people with me. In this testimony, we found out that Trump said, according to the testimony, they're not going to hurt me. I want to go down to the Capitol with them. He was angry. He threw multiple tantrums. It's another theme from today. Trump threw a tantrum when he looked out and realized that the armed people who did want to go to the Capitol didn't want to go through the metal detectors. Trump's hubris and vanity blinded him, creating incompetence. This is a guy who wanted as many people in front of him because of his BS photo ops. And he thought this wasn't a full enough crowd. So let the people in. According to the testimony, he said, bypass all the metal detectors. Let the people with the AR-15s in, A, so that I can have a better shot, and B, so they can take a shot when we go down to the Capitol and try to assassinate at the worst and intimidate at the very best, under threat of violence, the Congress. And not only that, the Vice President of the United States. We have testimony today, groundbreaking, jaw on the floor. I can't believe that just happened. Evidence that Mark Meadows was lying. Trump was lying when he and his whole team made the defense. You know what? We don't actually want to go down to the Capitol. I was speaking metaphorically. In Mark Meadows' own book, according to Liz Cheney's account, Mark Meadows said that Trump was speaking metaphorically when he wanted to go down to the Capitol. We have proof today that Trump was not in any way speaking metaphorically. The Secret Service said we have to figure out a way to get Mogul down there. People like Cipollone, the White House counsel, and tons of other people had to physically restrain Trump from making his way down to the Capitol. We have an account. I hope we get it so I can play it again for you. And If not, Asher, in the upload, take this out and drop it in. The video where Cassidy Hutchinson says that Trump got into the motorcade and the Secret Service was like, there is no way in hell we're going to take you with these armed psychopaths chanting they want to hang Mike Pence eventually down to the Capitol. Why? Because they knew they would be breaking the law. They knew that they would be committing, according to the account of Hutchinson, they would be committing crimes like obstruction of justice and defrauding the electoral count. And this is the craziest thing of all. According to the account from Hutchinson, which is apparently corroborated by multiple other people who told her this story, when they got him in the car, as opposed to letting him walk, they started driving toward the White House. They said, sir, we're going to be, according to Cipollone, charged with every crime there is if we go down. Trump threw 2 tantrums in a row.
The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol. Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
He threw 2 tantrums in a row. The first tantrum was Trump grabbing at the steering wheel of the beast, which is his car, and trying to jerk it and drive toward the Capitol. When the person driving restrained him, Trump himself, according to this account, lurched forward and grabbed the clavicle, quote, the clavicle of the person who said, there is no way on God's green earth I'm going to jail for your sorry ass. So we're driving back to the Capitol. And as one commenter said, I am not going to turn this car around. I'm turning it around and we're going back home so you can sleep it off, you dum-dum. And then they went and had food. And this is perhaps the craziest night. If the crystal knocked is the night of the broken glass, today was the day of the broken dinner plate, where Trump yeeted, according to one of our commenters, yeeted his Big Mac across the room, breaking a plate with ketchup down the wall. I did go pee in the middle of that, so I'm not sure that's exactly what happened, but maybe you guys in the chat can update me on this. I have never seen such amazing testimony. Something like this. And the thing that's got to get under Trump's skin so badly is that she's good on TV. He wants people like that on his side. This guy probably, and the White House chose her because she's probably a good-looking gal. Some gross, creepy guy thing like that to say. And she showed up and she's like, that's a bridge too far for me, man. I'm going to tell exactly what happened. This kind of testimony is exactly, I thought maybe there was someone else because we knew her name. But Benny Thompson, when he adjourned, he said, everybody sit down, because after bombshell testimony like this that connects the dots from one thing to another, which I'll get to in a second, after a bombshell testimony like this, we've got to protect her. And now let's go back and talk about connecting the dots. Today's testimony connects the dots between armed insurrectionists at Trump's speech and an attempt at an armed overthrow of the government of the United States. According to the testimony, step 1, Trump wants people to sit in front of him and be in a big, when he's giving his speech, he wants them to be in a big crowd. He wants that awesome crowd. So, and everybody share this stream because it's been absolutely insane. Share the stream right now. But this connects the dots where Trump knows that they're armed. We heard audio of them saying that that there are armed people in the audience. People told Trump this. He knew. He said, I don't care. I want them here in front of me. It connects the dots to a plan Trump had over which he threw an insane schoolboy tantrum. And he went from that place. And he said, I need to go down to the Capitol. So he wanted armed people there, and he wanted to take them down to the Capitol. We have testimony that your boy frickin' had plans to do, they explored plans, concrete plans to do the following speeches. Speech 1, he was going to speak in front of the House of Representatives. Speech 2, he was going to, after speaking in the House of Representatives, he could also speak or outside the Capitol and then go inside the Capitol. That's what they said. It's amazing. I can't believe it. I don't know what's happening now. I don't know what the plan is for what's next. Oh my God. And as Sassy P says with the super chat, thank you so much. Ketchup money, this gives me life. I can't believe it. Honestly, I've never seen anything so crazy happen in a very, very long time. As Fine Middle Ground says, very diplomatically, Ketchupgate. This is Ketchupgate. I don't even know what to say about it. I kind of want to bring up that moment when he reached across and threatened essentially to strangle your dude.
To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Ornato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
And was Mr. Engel in the room as Mr. Ornato told you this story?
He was.
Did Mr. Engel correct or disagree with any part of the story from Mr. Ornato?
Mr. Engel did not correct or disagree with any part of the story.
That, I've never seen anything like that. That's the moment. That's the moment where it all went to the next level. I thought it was crazy when during this, when during all of these events, sorry, I just want to make sure that's up there. I thought it was crazy when during this event, they started saying, we have proof that they were armed. I thought that was enough. Dayenu would have been enough. Would have been enough just to know that that everybody knew there were people out there being total psychopaths with guns ready to murder the vice president of the United States, something that they themselves would testify to on tape when they say, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. They're all coming back in. Okay, so here we go. They're returning. Later on, Jessica Burbank's going to join us. But honestly, that is some crazy ass-ish.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.